Beautiful day, beautiful soul. And welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channeled message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on my website and underneath this video in the description box. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. The following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by Spirit. So, let's see what spread we have. We've pulled your Alpha and Omega messages, as you saw. We pull them first and we read them last. Okay, horns going off, alarms going off, alarms going off, message. Okay, so we're going to see what spread Spirit will speak with us through today to receive this perfect message. So thankful and grateful for the growth on our channel, because it's indicative of the growth in the energy. We have the prosperity spread coming through today. Yay, prosperity is here. Yay. Okay. Let's start with our dominant energy in you. The dominant energy you're holding, being, living, creating, and seeing reflected back to you from the wild unknown archetype oracle cards. What do we have? Wild unknown. What's the tribe's energy at this time? The comic. You're bringing light-hearted laughter, humor. It's not that serious. The alarms are going off, but it's not that serious. I wonder how long the alarms are going to go off. I wonder how many times the alarms will go off. Well, it also came out with the shapeshifter. Ooh, and it's in reverse, and it said to me as soon as I saw it, yeah, it's because you learn how to move and groove through anything that comes your way. Like, nothing really can get under your skin. You figured out how to hold your energy, right? You figured out how to hold your character, right? And adapt it when necessary, when it's beneficial for you, when it's in alignment for you, okay? Because I'm seeing I can go to any hood. I'm seeing that you can fit a situation as is needed at the time that you're in it, which is absolutely gorgeous energy. Because again, it's just not that serious. Certain things are just not that serious, okay? Bottom of the deck, what we have is the shadow. This is one reason why you learned and figured out how to navigate situations, adapt your energy where it's necessary, but still stay in your character, was because you fully integrated your shadow. Integrating your own shadow is a big deal. And a lot of people are afraid of that. They don't even want to look at it. They don't even want to go there. And, you know, the fact of the matter is that that's a personal choice. But as long as you haven't done that, you're only working with a portion of the energy that you are, that you do, that you be, that exists for you. And so that will limit ability. So because you have the integration of your shadow, and in this shadow card, it does show, you know, one is dimmed and one is super bright, and it's surrounded by the shadow. And they're saying, yeah, there's not a fruit tree. There's not any type of plant that ever grew without starting in the dark. So there's definitely something to be said for starting in the dark, in the shadow. Let's get into your spread. I want to work with the Manifestation Tarot. So it's a 6-card spread. Where it resonates, like I said, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. If you want your personal question asked, you know, you can make that purchase The information is below the video. This is a general reading, a collective energy reading. The more tuned in, tapped in, turned on you are with the channel, you will find that your soul, knowing you're listening, the message is going to feel so much more personal. The resonance is going to be so much stronger for you. Okay, and that's okay. So take a deep breath. I heard breathe, and I breathe. All right, so the area of your life where you prosper now is our first position. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, judgment. I know my destiny. Baby, your prosperity is tied up with knowing who you are and what you're here to do. Okay, hearing the call of your soul. I have a whole deck where this card is named call. The call. It's like hearing the call of spirit. Hearing the angels blow the horns. Hearing what is going on from the spirit realm. It's like being able to tap in. The two X's that make up number 20 here are saying to me that it's like walking in more than one realm at a time. So you can do spirit and physical all simultaneously, which is a skill that requires development. Okay, you've got to be in alignment to do something like that. So the area in which you would like to prosper, so you have really good judgment as well. Our next position, the area in which you would like to prosper in the future comes out, and it's the Hermit. I seek the truth. So you have good judgment. You want to continue to trust your own soul. Search your soul for more answers, okay? What do you need to do to cultivate that future prosperity? It's like your prosperity is lined with not worrying about what everybody else has to say, but trusting in your spirit. Understanding that your soul is speaking to you, and I'm hearing understanding and refining your in awareness of the voice that it comes with. Okay, what do you need to do to cultivate that future prosperity? The Five of Cups. I learned from my losses. So you're going to have points where your soul speaks and guides you, but you don't really pay it attention. You don't really give it the attention it was due. Not every time. And why? Because if you, so let's say, for example, your soul gave you the urge, well, remember to bring this with you. And you're like, I never take that with me. I'm not going to go back for that. And then you get where you're going and come to find out, like, you needed that. You should have took it with you. If you had listened when your soul spoke, you would have had what you needed when you got where you went. So in our fourth position, who or what will help or hinder you? Help or hinder. We have the Ace of Swords. So people are going to lie. It's in reverse. Yeah. People are going to lie, and they're going to try. People are going to do what they do. Okay. There's some falsehoods. There's some lies. Not only are people going to lie, but there's going to be false stories. There's going to be false flags. I heard that. Okay. So what's going to help you is as you, it's like as you don't listen to that inner voice, and then something goes the way you didn't want it to go, you're like, well, dang, it's like if I knew that this was going to happen. So what that does is it trains you so that the next time you have that inner voice speaking strongly to guide you, it's more likely for you to be, oh, this happened once before, and I remember when I didn't listen, and then that happened, and oh, I should listen. I didn't have what I needed. If I listen this time, I'll have what I needed. Yes, okay? So false information, false flags, false stuff is going to be, the times that you didn't listen are going to help you. It will feel like they're hindering you, but at the end of the day, they're helping you because they're helping you refine your ear, your perception, your receptivity to that highest self voice that is speaking to you. Something you need to be aware of. Let's see, something you need to be aware of. Something you need to be aware of is the King of Wands. I will the power of leadership and vision. Okay, something you need to be aware of. Oh, is you're gonna trigger a lot of people. I heard that. Okay, there will be people who are gonna love you, and there are gonna be people who are gonna hate you because you listen to your inner voice. And sometimes that inner voice is gonna guide you about these people. Okay. Also, this inner voice is going to guide you through all the no's. You're going to find an opportunity to express your creative abilities, your talents, your skills in front of people, to have widespread. Thank you. I was hearing long lasting, but then they covered that word with widespread benefit. In other words, the benefit is going to reach far. Okay. The benefit is going to touch other lives, not only your own. Okay. So let's see, on our sixth position, your ultimate attainment. What will you attain? Well, we have, temperance. I create harmony. Sagittarius energy coming up here. What's at the bottom of the deck? Is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Nine of Pentacles is independent. It says, I am surrounded by abundance, and we are talking about prosperity. So what's happening is, not only are you in this phase of learning how to listen to your inner voice, but what I see happening is, you have skills, talents, and abilities. It is wise. It is meant to be that you should prosper from these, okay? So you have judgment on what you should get involved in and what you should leave out. Yeah. You should totally be aware that in this situation, like, there's going to be some things that are going to get your hopes up. They might get you in anticipation and excitement, and you're going to have a feeling, though, that's going to tell you that, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. But it's okay, because you are going to be able to do what you wanted to do, what you came to do. So Spirit is guiding this. That's the most giant, large perspective overview of this. They want me to take this and make this more into a financial message for you next. So we're going to use the same cards because the energy is still real. And we're going to start with finances since it's talking about prosperity. I do see us going into romances at one point too. But let's pull a dominant energy regarding finances for you. Dominant guidance for the tribe in regards to finances and this spread that's coming out in the energy today, where you have learned how to navigate. You have learned to be lighthearted. Everything ain't so serious. I see you having a fun approach to circulating finances. Yeah, to receiving it and circulating it out into the world. I heard understanding that it all circulates back to you. Yeah, I see that wherever your finances were real shaky and shifty, I see stability that's here, and it's definitely attached to awareness that it's like, close your eyes, and where do you see the abundance of finances coming from? Which direction does it enter your auric field from? Because they're saying most of us will point to one direction in which that comes through, but Spirit's saying it's actually coming into every cell, from every direction, from all time, space, from all of it. All of this space around you, all of the space in this planet is sending that finances and prosperity to you. And they're saying, but the limited perspective, the limited self-view will definitely create a roadblock for you if you have that, right? But you can open that up if you do have that. This is something you have the ability and power to shift, they're saying. Okay, so let me see what else we have. What's the dominant energy here regarding finances? Most important message here regarding finances. For the love and peace and happiness, try it at this time by divine design. It says feast, baby. Feast. Feast, not or famine, just feast. It only says feast. It's time to eat. It's time to eat, baby. It's time to be satiated. It says it's time to celebrate your hard work and even your small wins. An unexpected income or pay raise is on the horizon. This is the dominant energy for finances. How gorgeous is that? Yeah, it's time to feast. So anywhere where you have felt limited in your ability to attract financial abundance and prosperity, would you like to uncreate and destroy that right now on all time, space, and dimension? Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Receive that. Receive that. Absolutely. Should you choose. Okay. Let's get in with this deck here and see what else Spirit will reveal as it pertains to your prosperity. Praise be. I heard I love my prosperity. My prosperity is such a delight. I realize that it comes in with so much more flow and ease as I make sure that I am pleased is the energy. Okay. So let's see, in regards to prosperity and finances, how that's interrelated. This feast energy is here dominant. I love that for you. With the Nine of Pentacles at the base, being surrounded by abundance, like you have become financially secure and independent to the point where you could definitely take care of yourself, and you have time to mind your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, all this wealth. Yes, you have enough wealth to take care of yourself. You started to realize that, you know, it's coming from all the directions. Yes, they're wanting me to show you this Nine of Pentacles card because they're saying, yeah, look. And the way that center pentacle is, it looks like you. As you are the abundance, as you are the wealth, as you are the rich man in your life, like you attract more and it comes from all sides. And then they're showing me now, imagine that Ace of Pentacles or that one pentacle in the center, which is looking like an Ace of Pentacles, being each cell of your physical vessel, right? And you can program those cells to do anything. In this instance, they're saying there's a programming, a decision and declaration, a command over the cells that make up the physical vessel of the body from you, your consciousness, that all that you be, okay, that from all directions I attract abundance, prosperity, wealth, riches, all those things. Absolutely. All right. So let's go into this as far as it regards to finances. The area of your life where you prosper now is the Five of Swords. Okay, so one of the things that I'm seeing is your judgment comes into play with this Five of Swords in the sense of you've learned how to stop sabotaging yourself. Stop sabotaging yourself. Stop holding on to people that just milk you and bilk you for all the wealth you have. Stop entertaining unhealthy connections. You learn to stop beating yourself down. I also see somebody as not thinking that their heyday and their best day was behind them. You know, some folks say stuff like that, like, oh, the good old days. But honey, there's better days to come. There are better days to come. Okay. So Five of Swords, what's helping you financially? Stop being against yourself. Stop being your biggest enemy. Like some people, they make jokes. I used to know this lady and she would make jokes about having funny money. Yep. Long, dramatic pause. Why is that a big deal? Because we've observed is the things that we joke about materialize super fast and easy, right? And yeah, she was always, as long as I was closer to her, I always saw a lot of financial struggle in her experience, right? And it taught me about myself, like it created self-awareness. So there's that energy here, like don't speak against yourself. Talk nice to your money. Be kind to your money. Don't demean and belittle your bank account, like every dollar, every penny, every quarter, every $100 bill, every $20 bill. Like so grateful that you came to stay for a while. Thanks for bringing your friends, you know, thanks for allowing me to circulate you. There's also this energy of a lot of self-sabotage came you know, that you realized that you had to stop, was that it was guilt and shame for how you were spending. So some of these instances of guilt and shame for spending, they're showing because you was spending on things you didn't want to, spending on things that you didn't, that didn't prosper you, that were, they're saying milking and bilking you. What the heck does bilking mean? I don't know that word, but let me see. Hold on. Bilking. Meaning, it is really a word. To cheat, defraud, or trick someone, typically out of money or valuable assets, often by taking advantage of trust. Wow. So they were milking and bilking you, taking you for all you had. You had to cut ties with a lot of people, right? You are now wise in saying, hey, I don't do that. No, I'm not going to. No, I don't want it. No, I'm not buying that. I saw somebody who shut down a bunch of subscriptions to a bunch of shit that you didn't use anyways. I see somebody who canceled a service that you got talking to, right? I see somebody who canceled some friendships because they just did not seem reciprocal. I see somebody who recently, they said very recently, 1111 on the screen, that's a message, okay? Canceled some relationship of intimacy, a romantic relationship where this person was just mooching off of you, milking and bilking, baby. Yeah, so this is causing prospering. Yes, they're saying, yes, I see a person that as soon as you cut off that relationship, it's like that same day you had a confirmation because the money went up, because the finances went up, because the opportunities were received. Absolutely. I love that. I hear also that one of the reasons why those connections were necessary for cutting off, and you saw or you're seeing the prosperity rise as a direct result, is because either they were trying to make you their source, or they were trying to have you make them their source. So some of these people, wasn't that they were milking or bilking you, but they were trying to milk and bilk you for energy, in the sense of, if I can pay for everything for you, you will make me the God in your life. And you were like, yeah, that's not happening. Okay, I'm already connected as a source. That position is filled. Oh. And they didn't get to be the God in your life, right? Like every time you reach out to pull out your wallet, your purse, your debit card, your cash, whatever it was, somebody's like, oh, I got you. But underhandedly, like there was other stuff in their agenda. Some people have awareness that, as the energy goes around, when they find somebody who has a positive energy, they know that they'll be blessed for doing things for you. So they will try to hold on to you for doing things for you, but it's ultimately extremely greedy, because they feel like you just don't know the power you hold. And, they want to reap the benefits of being a benefit to you. But if their agenda is underhanded, if they're lying in your face all the time, they want to take your place, backstabbers, then Spirit is not going to honor that connection, because it's not based on honesty, transparency, truth, or love, or peace, or happiness, okay? So your ability to cut off the BS. I also see, give me a better word. They said rubbish. They said use the word rubbish. Should it be the least offensive? Okay. So rubbish spending. Again, apps that are unused. Okay. Services that are unused. You got a stack of those magazines. Why don't you cancel that subscription? Oh, you got a stack of those medicines. Why don't you cancel that prescription? Okay. There's something there about like having a bunch of stuff that you don't need or make use of, and it's like cluttering your space. And I heard, bag lady, yeah, you got all these bags of stuff. Somebody here had a very bad shopping addiction, buying shit just cause, right? And then now it's like, what are you gonna do? I see where your room, like the second room or something, somebody is half of your bed, but it's covered with stuff with the tags on it that you ain't touched since you brought it and put it in there. It's like, why do you think you need to hold on to those things? Okay, why do you think you need to hold on to those things? Well, if that was you, I do see that you've been doing something, at least in your mind. If nothing else, you've been telling yourself, this has got to change. I've got to stop. I know I can do better than this. Like, I haven't even touched this stuff. So I'm not sure if you're like listing it for sale or if you're donating it, but I do see you minimizing. I see you decluttering, and I see you like seriously evaluating what you've been doing, because and I see a calculator out. I see adding up all this. I heard wasteful spending that you never even utilize those things for. Oh, okay. Yeah. They said circulate wisely. They said, one of the things is circulating wisely. So now they're cutting me off again, and they're showing me somebody who financially you have decided to support a different kind of business. You stopped going to Wally World and other places like that, and you started favoring like handmade, mom and pops, family owned, local, stuff like that. Okay, that's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, so there was some self-sabotage that you have cut off. It was some underhanded and unhealthy obligations, financial obligations, or people around you that you were feeling obligated to, and for whatever reason, but you got a handle on that, and this is lending to your economic prosperity right now. So in our next position, the area in which you would like to prosper in the future. I heard it's a solo journey. I see you would like to be able to travel. I see you would like to be able to go to different places that you've never been before. The area you like to prosper. It's like, I've been here for so long. Yeah, 9 of Wands is coming out. I also see that, you want to one of the things that is important to you is to help be of service to the others, to be of service to ones who are going through difficulties and hard times that you've been through. So some of you are like financial advisor type of goal. Some of you are maybe spiritual advisor type of goal. But one area where you want to draw in the wealth and prosperity and abundance into your life experience is through being of service, okay? Is through being of service with the others who are in your experience, who could benefit from all this shit that you done learned. Like, you went through a lot of difficulty and challenge to get to this point, right? And so you're like, well, if I could just tell them, like, I'm just going to tell them. That's one of the things that's a big deal for you. Like, you want to turn the Nine of Wands into the Hermit. Awesome, because they're showing me 99. 99% is accurate. 99% is accurate and extremely on point. For what? I don't know. Put it in the comments, because you know what I'm talking about. This is your life, okay? It's my life. Don't you forget. That's what I heard. Okay. So Nine of Wands, it's like you wanted to take, one of the things that matters to you, again, is taking all the difficult experiences, all the information you gathered, techniques you've learned, access to resources, whatever it was. You got skills, baby. You are very adept, okay? You are very qualified. And you're like, I want to show other people how to do it. This is like anywhere where you broke poverty consciousness and replaced that with wealth consciousness, and you're thriving and prospering and abundant. Now you're like, I want to share that with other folks. Like, somebody else out there needs to know this too. And you know what? I will share it freely type of vibes, okay? So what do you need to do to cultivate that future prosperity regarding economics? Give me the card. Thank you. What you need to do is the Chariot, okay? The Chariot came out in the position here of what you need to do with the Five of Cups, which was, listen, with that Five of Cups, it was, I heard changing feelings. So the way they're showing changing feelings is like quantum physics, okay? Because quantum physics says when you look at something and you focus on it in a certain feeling with a certain idea in your head, like, you can affect the way it vibrates, okay? And this is saying like experiences where there have been losses, like shifting the energy around those. And the Chariot is confirming that by saying, yeah. The Chariot is confirming by saying, I just dropped it on the floor. Why did I drop it on the floor? What was that all about? It went right through my legs to the floor. Okay, well, they're saying in your physical reality, this is something where it's going through your legs to the floor. Oh. And so then they're showing me grounding out certain energies. Grounding out certain energies. Okay. So as you go through emotional processes where you're releasing attachments and you're dealing with coping with loss, with transmuting energy around, well, somehow this is serving my best interest. Shifting the frequency by shifting your perspective. Okay, the Chariot. There's something here about taking physical action to solidify the energy. Move, okay? Shake that body. That's what I heard. Okay, so move, bitch. Get out the way. Okay, is the energy there as well. Okay, I see you, baby. I see you. Oh, I'm so excited you're here. Okay, yeah. So, how you cultivate that prosperity in the future. Anything that is creating so much disturbance in your energy field, it's time for you to feast. Listen, you don't want to come to the feast and just have snot nose and runny makeup and be disheveled and defunct. No, absolutely not. If you stay milked and bilked by these underhanded, I heard evil ones, it's going to cause you to show up at the feast a little disheveled, because you would have given up what was not meant to be given up, what was meant to be prospering you and thriving you. So they're saying absolutely make sure that you continue to. I heard, especially economically, this is not about feelings, baby. Did the books balance? Did I make what I was supposed to for what I offered? Okay. Oh, if I did I give too fucking much? Anywhere where you giving too much, anywhere where you have being, it's like your emotions are, it's got to make sense. It's got to make sense. So the emotions is just doing too damn much, affecting the finances, right? So whatever this emotional situation that got a person crying, upset, disappointed, angry, whatever it is, it's like you're going to have to find the way to move that energy. And you can. You can. You know, once you can shift your perspective of it, in other words, find the lesson, find the blessing, find how it made you wiser, stronger, more aware, whatever it was, it gave you some sort of skill or ability. As you do that, what's going to happen is you will shift the frequency, you will shift your perspective, and that will move the energy. You got to move the energy though. And it does have something to do with emotional experiences. It cause any lower vibrational frequency and shifting that. The 5 is a number of change, baby. 5 is here to bring change. Okay, learning the lessons about how emotions affect finances. All right. And they're also saying, like, for example, trying to make that lover become the right one, make them accept you, make them love you, make them get you, make them see you, all of these things. Yeah, no, all that stuff is just like, it's a repellent. It's a repellent of the frequency and the energy that your economic prosperity and abundance and thriving sits on. Your feast is not on that frequency. Baby, it's time for you to feast. Eat well. Spend the extra few dollars to get the higher quality foods, to enjoy the meal. Yeah, it's okay to take yourself out to eat. Okay, so somebody here, there's guilt and shame over doing these things. That's going to have to be moved out of your energy field. Who or what will help or hinder you? We did see the Ace of Swords there, so saying no is going to help you. I just heard that. Make sure you say no. Saying no is going to help you. Say no. Just say no. Just say no, okay? Just say no to what? Let me see more about this. Just say no. Just say no. Queen of Pentacles, you got to take care of yourself. If it's not taking care of you, if it's not reciprocal, if it doesn't align with your soul, so recognizing where there is a disalignment, Ace of Swords in reverse, recognizing where there's a disalignment is necessary. That's when you say no. I'm not in alignment with that, so no. And you don't even have to explain that. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles, because this is your self-development. And honey, with the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom, you got what you need to take care of you. That don't mean you have to take care of the whole city, the town, the whole family, the whole community, the whole everything. You got to take care of you. If mama not good, nobody good. She's my wealth queen. She's my abundance king. She's my queen of self-development, taking care of you. You got to be good, baby. So anywhere where there's a lack of alignment, where the alignment is off, it's disaligned, it's misaligned, it's just not. Then, and when it's noting, then no is the answer, okay? No is the answer, and they're showing me the word not, N-O-T, and they're showing me no, and then they're showing me a cross. Hey, they're showing me a cross. You know how people do that? Like, whoo, yeah, okay, to protect their energy. They see it as a protection of their energy. They see it as warding off evil. Okay, no is a protective spell. Okay, and they're saying, and use it easily and liberally and use it lightheartedly and don't feel like you need to say anything else like that. That no, period. That's it. Okay, that's going to help you a lot, because as your wealth continues to grow and you're having this feast, there's going to be a lot of people that want to come feast next to you, and they're going to want you to foot the bill. They're not even going to try to even offer the tip. You know what I'm saying? However, you don't have to do all that, you know, and there's certain people that have already shown you that they don't have no business eating at the table next to you. So no. Okay, people, it's like as people become aware of what you have, and this ain't everybody's not going to switch up on you, but there will be the ones that do. And the ones that do, you got to say that no, baby, the no works well. So something you need to be aware of, okay? Oh, for somebody, the one you're going to have to say no to is this one here. Yeah. There's going to be this high priestess came out and rolled itself into reverse. So with this high priestess in reverse, what it's telling me is this is somebody that you already know the truth about. For some of you, this is a person who has already lied to you in regards to a financial situation. They're going to come back around. Others of you, this is a Virgo person. Others of you, this is somebody who is a liar, cheat, thief. This is somebody who thought they could manipulate you. This was somebody who thought they had power over you. Yeah, this is like that one aunt who was like, oh, I'm going to give you back your dad's ashes, and said, never mind, I changed my mind. I'm like, baby, you can keep them ashes. I ain't worried about them ashes. My daddy around me, not them ashes, okay? That's the energy. Somebody, in other words, why I say that, because this is the energy of somebody who will try to rope you back in. I do see there's somebody who will try to rope you back in. You need to be aware of that. Why? Because of what you can do. Because of what you can do. Because of what you bring to the table. Because you're so abundant. Because you're so prosperous. Because you're so giving. Because you're so generous. Because you're so kind. Oh, and you're thriving and prospering and you're feasting. And yeah, they want some of that. They want to get all up in your feast. Okay, so watch out for folks that's trying to get into your feast and trying to control you, because you are in control of your life. You got the mastery. You know what to do. You're showing up in this King of Wands energy. There's somebody here who will try to give you a sob story, to tell you whatever the fuck, and they're going to ask if you could can you just help me out? And Spirit has already given us this message several times, which is, baby, it's the ones that come with their hand open and their mouth asking, like, you don't always need to do that, right? If you need to ask for something yourself, you will ask Spirit, you will ask Source, you'll ask your angels, ancestors, guides, you ask your higher self, you ask. This is that hermit energy, right? You're not running to other people or standing on the corner saying, hey, can you please feed me today? That's not how you do it. You're like, God, I know you got me. I know I'm eating today. I know I'm eating today. But the fact of the matter is, there's somebody here who does it with people. But you already seen this person. You've already seen this person for what they're worth, is what I heard. You've already seen this person for what they're worth. They're going to come in and try to convince you to do something for them. They're going to tell a story of loss. They're going to tell a story of sadness. They're going to tell a really great sob story. No, you need to be aware of that, okay? And remember, you're going to piss some people off. You are not given this economic wealth and position in order to steward it lackadaisically. No, you are to steward it wisely. In order to throw it to the swine, no, you are to steward it wisely. Not in order to give it to all the moochers and the milkers and the bilkers. You are to use it wisely. You are to steward this wealth wisely. It is important how you choose to utilize it. It's a tool. It's a tool. And what you feed is meant to prosper. This is why you have to get in alignment with your judgment so you can make wise choices on what you're going to feed and make prosper with this economic abundance and prosperity and thriving that you have during this feasting season. Let me see the ultimate attainment here. It's like, also I see like, anywhere where finances were a big stressor in your life, it's like, hey, not number. Yeah, see, ultimate attainment in life. We have the star card energy. Shine bright like a diamond. This message has been coming through for days, actually, recently, where I keep hearing that. Shine bright like a diamond. And here it is again with you. And it came out with, with the Empress. Baby, what you attain in this financially is not only are you reaping your harvest, but you become the blessing. You receive your blessing and then you become the blessing for others. Like, there's a reason why. And this is in divine timing with temperance here. This is for harmony here. Life becomes very harmonized. The balance, the equilibrium that you maintain and sustain, okay? The finances here, the understanding that yes, you have it, but that doesn't mean you have to tell everybody the answer yes. Some people, you're going to be moved and guided to bless without their ever asking you. But you also learn that person that always shows up at the same time every month, asking for the same thing, for the same reason. You ain't blessed them none. All you did was enable. So the understanding of the enabling versus actual blessing and assistance is different, and you understand it in a deeper way now that makes you more accurate and wise. I heard savvy. Okay, bottom of the deck is a Page of Cups. These are ideas they want you to understand, because you come in very innocent, you come in very lighthearted, okay? But in this feasting season, it is important for you to maintain boundaries, take care of self, make sure you're honoring your soul, your spirit, and all those things, and make sure that who and what you're supporting is not an enabling, it's not milking and bilking, it's not mooching. It's actually supporting something that is an alignment with what your principles, your morals, and your goals are. Okay. So now with that, let's go into the romances part, because they did talk about romances. So let's see what's the tea in regards to this romance, little stars. Real quick, back to this finances. What I do want to say is you're going to be shown. You're going to be shown to the world. It's time for you to have your big reveal. I do see that. You're going to be, you are well known. You're becoming more and more well known by the minute. That's what I heard. By the minute, you're becoming more and more famous. You're being viewed more and more. You're being heard more and more. People are looking for you more and more because of the word of mouth. Whatever you're producing, your product, your gift, your talent that you bring to the world, your product, your product, gift, or talent is being utilized, talked about. I see great promotions. I see great reviews. I see the adding to your streams of wealth. In other words, I see new streams of wealth. Like all of a sudden, if something starts to pay out, whoa, yay, we start getting paid all the time. That's the energy, okay? Yay, that's so awesome. Let's go into romances now. What is the dominant energy? What's the most important message? What's going on in romantic experience here for the love and peace and happiness? Tribe. Oh. Okay. You got somebody in their head obsessed. They can't get you off their mind. Yeah. I heard every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life. Okay. That's the energy here. Somebody is all in their head about you. What did you do to them? What did you do, baby? You got somebody in their head. Well, apparently you realized that this person was not healthy. You also at some point realized that this person was deceptive, right? This person was deceptive. You realized like you had to switch up your energy around how you were treating this person and the position you had put them in order to honor who and what you truly are, to be faithful to your character. Absolutely. So let's get into this prosperity spread as it relates to your romantic experience, because somebody is in their head. Baby, you living rent-free. I don't know how long you've been doing that, but you've been living rent-free in somebody's head. For somebody, this person is a Sagittarius. For somebody else, this person is a Virgo. For somebody else, it could also be a Leo or a Aries energy here that you're living rent-free in this person's head. I do see that at the end of the day, what you need to know is you do have destined connection coming up for you. You have stepped up and met fate with courage and faith, which has aligned you with your destiny. So don't worry about what you had to let go. But let's get into this, okay? One area of your life where you prosper now, and we're talking about romances, okay? And judgment. So you've learned that everybody ain't for you and you ain't for everybody, and you could be their wish or their dream come true, but that don't mean they are the same for you. So you learn how to follow your spirit when your spirit says, oh no, this got to go. Oh yeah, the area of your life where you prosper now, you know the truth and you can see the lies. This one showed itself to me upside down, but they say you could turn it upright. In other words, in regards to relationships, you're not keeping. It's like you're out of the closet. It's like you're out and bold, living out loud, okay? Because YOLO, you only live once, okay? But this is an energy of being bold, speaking the truth and seeing the truth and knowing the truth, and then using that truth to give wise judgment. When people would try to deceive you, it's like you could just tell something is off when it's off. You don't need to be told. Somebody, you can see it when something is off, and you don't even need to be told because you felt it already. It's like you felt it, okay? Yeah. So the other thing about that is, as far as romances goes in prospering, is I see that you learn to use no real liberally, freely, and easily. You don't feel bad at telling people, no, I don't want to date you. No, this will be the last time I see you. No, we're not moving in together. No, I'm not going to marry you. Your no is become very bold, outspoken, and strong. And your no means no. And that's fantastic. Okay, so the area in which you would like to prosper in the future. In our second position, what do we have? Well, you want to thrive in doing your own thing. And while doing your own thing, you still want to keep your heart open. You don't want to shut down. You want to let people, it's like, one thing where you want to prosper is understanding and allowing people to come into your life when they're meant to and leave your life when they're meant to. Not trying to hold them down, keeping your heart open through it all as well. Understanding there are reasons and seasons for everything. Thank you. And just yesterday, I learned why trees shed leaves. Because while the tree has the leaves, those leaves nourish the tree. But when the season changes and it's shedding time, if the trees hold on to those leaves, those same leaves that nourished and fed the tree will diminish and deplete its energy. So the tree, in its wisdom, natural, divine wisdom, lets go of all the leaves at the change of the season. So that's the energy here, like understanding that seasons change, people change. And so, you know, when it's time to bring them in, let them in. When it's time to let them go, you let them go. Okay, so you got good with that. That's wonderful. Okay, 2020 vision, I heard. Okay. All right, so, yeah, and you trust your spirit. You understand that at the end of the day, you came alone, you leaving alone, and, you know, everyone else is just a side piece. You never know how long they're going to stay, so you got to love yourself consistently. Okay, so there's that. You understand that this is your life journey. This is how you prosper. Again, it's my life. Okay, sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider wave, so leave a message and I'll call you back. Okay. Because they're going to give you a likely story. But leave a message and I'll call you back. Okay? Because it's all their fault. Oh, listen, you know who you are. You know what to take accountability for. And you know not to be taking accountability for shit somebody else don't know how to step up and fill the role and do their part. You know what I'm saying? In a relationship like this, it's two parts. Your part and their part. In some people's relationships, it's more parts. I don't know how they navigate those. I haven't had that experience yet. If it's meant for me, it will be. However, what I can say is everybody has their role to play in a relationship, and you don't have to do everybody's role. You were never meant to do everybody's role. So the other thing is, you're like, I need people who can do their part in a relationship. Like, show up. If you can't show up and show out, like, I'll just leave myself out because I'm not doing that no more. Okay, got it. So what do you need to do to cultivate that future prosperity is the Queen of Swords. Large boundaries and limitations, and that's okay. Yeah, then boundaries and limitations to what? You can sense the stuff with the Five of Cups here. You can sense the stuff that will upset you. You can sense what's going to be like, here we go. You know your deal breakers. Thank you. You know your deal breakers. For example, some people have their fur babies. Other people don't live with fur babies. You know what I'm saying? Some people have their babies. And some people are like, no kids, please. You know? And some people, like, you have special dietary needs. And other people, like, they don't honor that. They eat everything you don't. So there's stuff like understanding what are your deal breakers. Some people live in one part of the country. Other people live on another continent. Like, what are your deal breakers? So you need to understand what are your deal breakers and honor those things from the jump. From the jump. Like, if you don't do fur babies and you don't ever want to be the reason why somebody has to choose behind their beautiful, beloved fur baby in their beautiful, loving relationship with you, well, then why would you do that to yourself or them? Like, you don't have to. We can just stop here, right? Because I see that your lifestyle is not in harmony with my lifestyle. If you love to travel all the time and somebody else don't travel, like, that could be a whole nother deal breaker. What are your deal breakers? You got to know your deal breakers and honor them moving forward. That's going to serve you for prosperity in romance, okay? Who or what will help or hinder you in romance? Let's see. We have the Knight of Swords. Oh, I heard when people get skittish and when they get nervous, you can tell that they're lying. I heard you're like a human lie detector. You can tell when people are lying because there's always something shifty about their energy, whether it's their hands fidgeting, their head fidgeting, their eyes all over the place, can't make eye contact. I don't know, stumbling over the words. They start to stutter. Like you can detect when people are deceptive. And the other thing is when you honor and speak your truth and you speak and honor those boundaries and people try to convince you that you should let them go and not do that, and you shouldn't be that way. Well, how you ever going to get what you want? By being the fucking way that I am. It's like, do not let yourself be convinced by somebody who thinks they know what you need to do. I heard not even me. Nobody. You know what you need to do. You need to honor your truth. You need to honor that. Yeah, everybody ain't going to like it. Stop thinking you're going to be everybody's yes or everybody's going to be your yes. Even if you are the yes to them, that doesn't mean they're a yes to you. So you're going to keep saying no, especially when people, I'm hearing mental health issues. You're good at picking up on, oh, there's something off with that person. Like the way it's just off. You can tell if it's not for you because it's something that happens and it happens quickly. Okay. Yeah. The other thing I'm seeing is like asking to be shown right away, like this person's true character will also benefit you. In other words, you could put it out to your highest self, to angels, ancestors, guides, God, universe, whatever vernacular you speak. We know all these languages. And, reveal what I really need to know about this person. What's the point of this connection? I also hear that as well. That moving forward, one of the things that will help you is if you ask what the point of the connection is. What's the purpose for this connection here? What's the purpose for these feelings? What's the purpose for this idea? Could be extremely beneficial for you in the days to come ahead for you in regards to romantic connection. So let's go into something you need to be aware of. What you need to be aware of in romance is love, baby. You got to understand that when there is a connection and each of you has your Ace of Cups, which is self-love energy, when you have that and you both have that, it doesn't feel chaotic. It doesn't feel like, oh my God, I just want to crawl on your skin. It doesn't feel like that. It actually feels very calm. It's like, I know this energy. See, all that crazy, hyper, exaggerated feelings that we have and we think means love is an expression of energetic dissonance. And that peace, it's like when you see mom, you don't get all agitated like that, right? When you see mom, you don't get all agitated like that. You're like, oh, yay, there's mom. It just feels easy, right? Real love feels easy. Yeah. Yeah. Love is easy, yeah. So don't you make it hard. That's what they're saying. Like love is something that is the most natural thing for people. You know how you can tell? Because little kids play with little kids freely. As long as they can. They don't discriminate based on color, wealth, brand of clothes, what kind of car they got to the parking. They don't give a fuck, right? What kind of milk brand they're drinking in their bottle. Like they don't care about all these superficial things. They love easily. It's natural for us to be that way, right? As we grow up, we learn that everybody doesn't know what to do with that. They don't respond in kind. And a lot of people have hardened their heart. Okay, there's some 80s song coming to my brain, but I'm not catching the lyrics fully. But it says harden your heart in the lyrics. So if you know what song that is, it's a female voice. I want to say maybe like you're a heartbreaker. Yeah, something like that. That's maybe it's that song. Something about hardening your heart is in there. That's a big deal for somebody. Okay, anyways. So what they want you to understand is the feeling of love is an easy feeling. You don't look at your dog or your cat, your fur baby, or your children or your best friend and get this feeling. It feels like peace. It feels like easy. It feels like connection. That's what love feels like. And that's what love can do. See, when it's in alignment with you. because all those chaotic feelings that we have been taught and trained to interpret as love, I'm so attracted to them, oh my God. Yeah, you are. But it's, remember we had the shadow come out at the bottom? Shadow energies feel like that. When you have shadow attraction, it strongly feels like that. I'm not saying you can't have great feelings for your loved one, but meeting them is going to feel very aligned. You know how alignment feels, right? Yeah. I hope. If you don't, do your favorite thing to do. Put on your favorite song. Do your favorite dance. Do your favorite activity and really pay attention to what alignment feels like. Do something you love and pay attention to what alignment feels like, because that's what love is supposed to feel like. As it comes in, you need to be aware of that, right? And one other thing about love is it's going to keep more smiles on your face, right? More smiles on your face than anything else. Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of mutuality in it. You're not going to have to force nobody or twist their arm. I do see that you've got good at being single. You're ready. So let's see. What is your ultimate attainment in this energy? Well, temperance energy here for some of you, Sagittarius. With the star here, there's Aquarius energy. For somebody here, there's also Libra, Taurus with this Empress energy here. Why did it fall to the floor? Because you're going to see some more. Let me see what that is. Let's see what we got here that fell to the floor. They said because it's going to be some more. It's gonna be some more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more is the energy. But that was on the floor, so we're just gonna throw that out. And let's see. So yeah, you're always gonna have to. In other words, Spirit is saying, you're always gonna have to tell somebody to hit the road, Jack, and not come back no more. That's just the way it works, right? But some of you are actually doing all that because you're attracting a higher level soul connection. I see that. A very healing connection. A temperance comes out again. Sagittarius energy all over again. Okay. Interesting. And it is, temperance is for those of you who are on that, twin flame energy. But I need you to understand something. This whole idea of, oh, there's only one twin flame and it's your ideal person, it's your soul. That flame was cut in half. No, the fuck it wasn't. You came in as a whole person. You're a whole person. You're a whole soul. You're a whole energy as that fractal of the divine, right? So twin flame journey is about meeting yourself in the face of another. So if you're on a twin flame journey looking for a perfect relationship with somebody, it's not about that. The twin flame journey is to awaken the fact that you are the perfect partner that deserves a perfect partner, because you're not fully self-aware. You've integrated your shadow. You know how to maintain your peace, which is another thing that the temperance card talks about. Peace and patience, okay? So let me see more. I'm just going to pull, they said pull 4 clarifiers off the top for this as what you attain. Also, pause on that because they said go back to the divine timing aspect. There is divine timing at play. What you attain is alignment with divine timing to receive your harvest and your blessings and exactly what is meant for you, okay? For some of you, this is a wife, or you be the wife, okay? Wifey energies all in here, which is it's like, oh, this is better than I could have ever wished for energy, okay? 2 of Wands. From over there, 6 of Wands, victory. Somebody from over there sees that you're a winner, okay? I heard, I want me a trophy, okay? Energy. And the Lovers, you're going to have the choice. And the 10 of Wands, you're going to have the choice. Do you want to stay single, or do you want to connect to somebody? You have everything you need to make the wise choice. We've now discussed what alignment and misalignment feels like. Apply the wisdom. Apply all the energy and experience that you've had from this long journey. You said you want to show other people. Well, yeah, it's time to do that, because Ace of Pentacles, at the end of the day, it's about you, baby. And for somebody, this is a new earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, coming into your experience for a reason, for a purpose, in a season. Remember, it's all a season. And when the season changes, you're going to have to let it go in order to not have your energy milked and bilked or drained. Okay? Just like the leaves on the tree. So there's that energy here too. New people coming in after a long wait. You didn't even expect, but it's, it's going to at least bring you an experience you want to integrate, right? And I even see where this is like, yeah, there's always another bus coming. So in other words, there's always somebody else who's going to show interest. There's always another opportunity for another relationship. But at the end of the day, this is about you being in harmony. This is about you seeing your bliss. This is about you seeing your authenticity. This is about you being self-aware, empowered, and in your divine, authentic energy. Okay? That's what I have in regards to romance in this experience. Interesting the way these messages have been coming out here today. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and do your Alpha and Omega messages, and then we'll pull a yes or no answer for your personal questions. Some of you have been holding on patiently, knowing that I often will do a yes or no at the end. Today is another day like that. Let's get into your Alpha and Omega messages first, though, and it's the Three of Emotion. Wonderful news, it's on its way. Announcements regarding engagements, pregnancies, births, or graduations will be fulfilled and revealed. New friends will be made, or communities of like-minded people will draw closer to one another. Exciting new beginnings or happy endings are just around the corner. I heard just around the river bend. Okay, that's Pocahontas. So there's something here about native energy, about the river, about a nature person, and somebody who can speak to the elements. Okay, from a postcard from Spirit. Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. And I did hear while I was reading that, yeah, you never know if you never try. So you got to have, be willing to take the chance and then figure out, is it a yes or a no? Or what is it? Is it hit the road, Jack? They got to go, or is it you can stay for a while? Okay. Let's get your yes or no answer for you today. So thankful and grateful for all your beautiful presents. I'll always know you're here if you put something in the comments. So I'm so thankful and grateful that you put something in the comments and let me know who was here. For those of you who didn't, come on, don't be shy. Thank you for giving the thumbs up. Thank you for making sure you're still subscribed and tapping those live notifications so you can be part of the live energies. All right. What do we have? Oh, hype. And the May 6th, 7th, and 8th, you have the opportunity to be in my physical presence here at my studio for the Love and Peace and Happiness retreat for my birthday from May 6th, 7th, and 8th. Okay? Reach out. The information's below the video. If you want to come to Vegas and be a part of that, $33 each day, $99 for the whole 3 days. That's cheaper than a reading with me for an hour. And you get the whole experience. Why? Because I want you to be able to come. And I know you got to pay for travel, pay for, lodging and food and all that stuff. But I would love to hang out with you in person and do the stuff that we do in person. It's going to be a great time, experiences, connections, magic all around. I can do magic, baby. Let's get your yes or no. What is it? Yes or no for today. Yes or no for the tribe. Here we go. I'm done. The answer is yes. Whatever your question was, the answer is yes. And it's the first card out. And it's the Ace of Wands. And what else do you need to know? The answer was yes. Okay? This is what we have for you. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time, 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks.